It's such a pleasure to welcome you this evening to this, our final celebration for the class of 2025. Before we proceed, there are a couple of important announcements I'd like to make. The first relates, as usual, to safety and emergency procedures. Should there be an emergency and we have to evacuate, there are 4 exits, obviously 2 at the back and 2 down on the sides here. Secondly, I would appreciate it if you can put your telephone on silent mode. Obviously, we don't want disruptions this evening. We are live streaming the event as well, so my warm welcome to everybody who's tuning in. And while I mention phones, I know that many of you here this evening will want a treasured image of the graduation. We do have a photographer here that will be taking photographs to capture this special event, so please don't feel that you need to jostle and move to catch a picture. And if you are taking photographs, please turn the flash off so that we don't disrupt the live streaming. The photographs will be made available to you, so hopefully you'll get some treasured memories that way. As you've noticed, as I've said, we are live streaming to families that tune in around the world, and it is great that this event has been such a special event for people and graduates, alumni around the world, so welcome. Please note that we have got refreshments after this event. They've been set up for you in the cafeteria, and I would like to thank those staff who've been involved in setting up, preparing, making sure everything works seamlessly this evening. But we do ask that you don't bring any food or drink into the theatre here this evening. And finally, at the end of the ceremony, please do stay in your seats because the graduating class exit first, and then we will get together in the cafeteria there. Now that we're ready to begin the graduation ceremony, I would please ask that we stand and welcome the graduating class of 2025. Thank you. Please be seated. A very warm welcome to our graduating class of 2025. And I'd like to also say a special welcome to our members of the Board of Governors who are sitting at the front. Without their invaluable wisdom and guidance and support of the school, it'd be very difficult for a school like this to succeed the way that it does. And a warm welcome to our keynote speaker, ISS alumni, Miss Caroline Vorpenes. Special mention as well to our dedicated faculty and staff that over the year and the years have spent countless hours guiding, encouraging, and occasionally chasing these students towards success, whatever it takes really to get our students across the finish line. Hopefully our graduates will be able to reflect and see the positives of this support to meet deadlines, and in so doing, spread the burden throughout the year rather than cramming at any one particular time. And in this, I think there are valuable lessons in life, how to balance the urgent with the important tasks, and in fact, the dangers of procrastination. And so speaking to you now, our graduating class of 2025, as you commence the next stage in your journey into adulthood and further education, please let me share 7 nuggets of wisdom, ideas that may help you navigate whatever is coming next. During your time in high school, we've witnessed unprecedented change, not just in global politics, but in how we access and process information through AI. ChatGPT can give us the answers. Perplexity allows us to get the summary rather than trawling through all of the Google search data. But even now, Google gives an AI summary first. We've become driven to focus on the answer, the destination. And I want to use this opportunity to remind you of the journey. Yes, we certainly want to use technology to make things easier, to remove the friction. But sometimes it's precisely because of the friction that we learn, to see things previously hidden, and through that, discover our own abilities. It's been said that rich people buy time, poor people buy things, ambitious people buy skills, and lazy people buy distraction. This quote certainly made me think and reflect. It isn't about money, it's about mindset. Time is the most valuable currency you have, and when you're young, it can seem like it exists in abundance, except perhaps when you're cramming for exams. But use it on things that matter, learning something new, nurturing relationships, building your health, your passions, your purpose. Remember that there's an army of people and businesses that capitalize on your attention. They drive marketing campaigns and they use the dopamine hit of scrolling to keep you addicted and engaged on their platforms. Minutes of scrolling leads to hours of wasted time. Don't trade your precious time for mindless distractions. Trade them for growth. As with time, your attention is your most precious resource. Guard it like it's a treasure. The world wants your clicks, your likes, your scroll time, but you should decide where your focus goes. Build the muscle of intentionality. What you focus on is what you become. Which leads me to point number 2. If it's important for the future you, it's important for the present you. Don't wait for the perfect time. There is no later, there's only now. If you want to start writing, start today. If you want to get fit, learn a skill, or reach out to someone that you admire, start today. Momentum is magic. Start even if it's messy, even if it's not perfect. confidence isn't built by shouting louder. It's built by keeping promises to yourself. Every time you do what you say you'll do, whether it's getting up early, studying, being kind, you grow stronger. Your confidence in your actions. Some people say fake it till you make it. But I would say instead, don't fake it, build it. One step at a time. Point number 4 is that your identity isn't found, it's forged. Try not to get caught up in the social hype of finding yourself. You're not discovering who you are, you're becoming who you choose to be. Character isn't something you stumble on, it's something you build, one choice at a time. Every decision you make either sharpens or softens your sense of self. Be addicted to improvement, not achievement. There will be pressures to impress, to succeed, to make it. But those moments are fleeting. The deeper reward comes from becoming better every day. Progress over perfection, growth over glory, being the best version of yourself. Small habits shape your future. The same is true of money, health, time, and relationships. The ordinary moments are where your life is built. Point number 6 is, every no that you survive adds a layer to your courage. You will be rejected. You will fail. That doesn't mean that you're off track. Learn from the bruises along the way. Treat them as badges of honor that you'll look back on. And finally, my last point is, energy is contagious. Choose your people accordingly. Try to surround yourself with those who challenge you to be better, not just those who make you feel comfortable. Friendship isn't just about fun, it's also about forward propulsion in this stage in your career. So class of 2025, your world is unpredictable, but your character doesn't have to be. You're not entering a fixed future, you're entering a world that you have the power to shape. Be brave, be curious, be kind. Build something worth remembering, not just on your resume, but in the lives of you and those around you. If you live these truths, not perfectly, but honestly, you'll create a life that feels deeply your own. As I've said, be the best version of yourself and look to embrace challenges with open arms rather than clenched fists. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I congratulate our graduating class of 2025, and I wish them all of the very best of luck in determining the next steps in their future. I would like to ask a high school principal, Miss Hulks, to introduce the Salutatorian. As you know, Miss Hulks is leaving us this year, and this is her last graduation, having served in the school since 2007. And I would like to take this opportunity to recognize her countless contributions to the school and to our graduating class. Her eye for detail and commitment to student success are well recognized. Much of what she does is often unseen, often working late into the evening to meticulously prepare and help these students here. This graduation ceremony has been on her radar since the very start of this academic year. And with the help of Miss Landis, the tech crew, volunteers, and staff, we want to make this a special memory for you, our graduating class. So my thanks to everybody who has contributed to this culminating celebration. Ms. Hulks, would you kindly introduce the Salutatorian?
The Salutatorian is awarded to the second highest achieving student in the entire graduating class. The Salutatorian offers the salutation or greeting for the commencement. It is my great honour to introduce this year's Salutatorian, a young man who exemplifies academic excellence, humility, and community spirit. Through his 3 years at ISS, he has distinguished himself not only through his strong academic record, but also through his quiet determination, genuine regard for others, and an unwavering dedication to both personal growth and service. He is known for being unassuming, yet incredibly hardworking, always ready to support his peers with kindness and sincerity. Whether in the classroom, on the basketball court, or engaged in community initiatives, his actions consistently reflect his strong character and thoughtful nature. From the start of his time at ISS, it was clear that he brought more than just intellect to his studies. He brought a deep curiosity and a commitment to understanding. As his mathematics teacher notes, it is his incredible work ethic, intellectual curiosity, and deep commitment to deep understanding that truly set him apart. His academic interests extend well beyond the sciences. He has a keen interest in global politics, which he explored in depth in his IB extended essay titled, "To What Extent Does the Syrian Civil War Demonstrate the Weaknesses Embedded in the United Nations Security Council?" This challenging topic highlights his willingness to engage critically with complex global issues and reflects a broader concern for justice and international cooperation. Outside the classroom, he has contributed meaningfully to the school community through his involvement in service learning projects, including MHI, a student-led initiative supporting teenage mental health. His dedication to this cause, along with his academic strength and grounded character, has made a lasting impact on those around him. Please join me in welcoming our 2025 Salutatorian, Robin Jingra.
Good evening, teachers, board members, proud parents, families, and of course, my fellow class of 2025. As you may know, this class began high school in 2021. And as I was doing research for my speech, I found that a system called AlphaFold was released in that same year. In case you didn't know, AlphaFold is an algorithm which has changed the world of medicine. This is because it is capable of predicting a protein's shape and folding, which is an integral part in understanding the function of our proteins. Therefore, this invention has greatly streamlined the production of drugs and vaccines in today's world. Now, while the connection between AlphaFold and the class of 2025 may seem a little unclear, I believe that there's something very interesting in the timing of it all. AlphaFold showed us how numerous, seemingly disordered, and misunderstood molecules may appear chaotic, but in truth, they hold incredible potential. Similarly, that same year, in 2021, our class began to take shape. As we entered 9th grade, we were a group of students with different backgrounds, different experiences, and different plans for the future. Some of us weren't even at this school yet. Some of us may have felt lost or uncertain in our journey. As our class grew, we experienced moments of doubt, chaos, or confusion. But like proteins, each student, whether quiet or not, added an integral part to the puzzle in order to create a unique and impactful class. Often in life, there's a tendency to focus on the loudest moments, competitions, awards, or leadership roles. But part of what makes our class so unique are the many quieter contributions. The people who helped classmates review for tests, the people who stayed calm during group chaos, or simply the people who did what needed to be done. In any complex system, including a class like ours, the unnoticed work is often the most essential. What held us together wasn't just talent or ambition, it was consistency and reliability. In simpler terms, like AlphaFold, which revealed the beauty hidden in what once looked like confusion, turning what seemed messy into something meaningful, ISS revealed the hidden beauty and meaning behind every graduate here tonight. Over time, our class bonded and folded through group projects, awkward presentations, setbacks, and of course, tough exams. Some of us even learned that procrastination is not a real studying strategy. Friends supported each other through long nights. Many panic messages were sent before IA deadlines, but we survived, and it's safe to say we learned a lot. Through all of it, we've grown, not just as students, but as people who are more resilient, more self-aware, and as people who are ready for what's next. Another thing that high school has taught us, perhaps unintentionally, is how to live with uncertainty. Whether it was waiting on test scores, choosing subjects, or navigating friendships, we were constantly making decisions without a clear outcome. And yet, we kept moving forward. It's easy to think that success means having a plan, but sometimes success and strength lies in being comfortable with not knowing. In science, uncertainty drives discovery, and maybe in life it does too. We don't need all the answers right now, but what we do need is what we already have: curiosity, determination, and hard work. While uncertainty is a constant companion, high school helped us solve much more. We solved how to be kind, caring, and appreciative people. We learned how to be good teammates, leaders, and friends. And well, personally, I believe that all of those qualities are what gives us all our individual potential. Tonight marks more than just the end of our high school journey. It celebrates the people we've become through our experiences, the friends we've made along the way, and the hard work and determination that carried us here. However, everything that I've talked about today would not be possible without all of you who are here or watching from afar. Whether it was a reassuring word from a parent, or a motivational comment from a teacher, or just a helpful act from a friend, those things carried us too. Therefore, I would like to express my gratitude for everybody who made our high school experience possible and more enjoyable. On behalf of the class of 2025, I would like to thank all of our parents and family members. Thank you to the family members who have been there for us since day one, supporting us every single day. Thank you to all of our teachers. Thank you for motivating us, challenging us, and of course, thank you for teaching us the importance of our education. Thank you to all of the staff and board members, not only from ISS, but from all over the world, who have made our education possible for nearly 15 years. And lastly, to my fellow graduates, make sure you thank yourselves, especially these past 2 years, for pushing through. It's finally over, so let's all celebrate. Congratulations, and I wish you all a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin, for your thoughtful and eloquent words. The metaphor of AlphaFord, a structure emerging from seeming disorder, was a powerful reminder that growth often begins in uncertainty, and meaning can be found even in the most challenging of moments. You reminded us that success is not always loud. It's found in the quiet acts of support, in resilience through uncertainty, and in the steady, often unseen efforts that both build character and our community. Class of 2025, we are incredibly proud of you. As you step forward into the next chapter, may you carry with you the curiosity and determination and quiet confidence that have brought you to this moment. The journey ahead will hold its own unknowns, but if your time at ISS is any indication, you are more than ready to face them. I would now like to welcome the high school choir, who will be performing A Million Dreams from the film The Greatest Showman, with musical director Mr. Seamus O'Brien playing the keyboard and our high school physics teacher Mr. Kevin Yelnick playing the bass guitar.
My thanks to the choir for a powerful, uplifting, poignant, and very nuanced song. Thank you, Mr. O'Brien, and Mr. Jelinek also for assisting. And so now I'd like to introduce our guest of honor, an ISS alumni, Caroline Vorpenis, who is CEO of Pions. She sat where you are sitting, in one of your seats, 15 years ago in 2010. She's built her career and company around the AI human collaboration. So it's fitting that she's able to speak with us. She talks of this AI collaboration to be more efficient, more effective, and she leads with curiosity and conviction, always asking what's possible and how to make it real. And so it's incredibly powerful that we have alumni that come back and speak to you, our graduating class. And hopefully in 10 or 15 years' time, you too can be pioneers in your own fields and come back and share your wisdom and thoughts with us. So my special welcome, our guest of honor, Caroline Vorpenis. Thank you.
Dear graduating class of 2025, first, let's take a moment to celebrate. You did it. After 4 years of high school and 2 years of grueling IB, trust me, I remember, you have made it to this day. When I was asked to be your guest speaker, my immediate thought was, yes, of course, what an incredible honor. ISS has meant so much to me, and the teachers and the people that I've met here have laid the foundation of so much that's happened in my life. So of course I wanted to be part of your special day. And then I thought, 2025? I graduated in 2010. That means that it's been 15 years since I sat on the stage, which doesn't compute in my head because genuinely it feels like yesterday. And then I thought about my graduation ceremony, and I had a slight panic because I couldn't remember a single thing that my guest speaker said at my graduation. Not even his name. So I did what any slightly panicked, curious engineer would do. I started asking questions. I asked people around me what they would want to hear when they were 18. And I even got the chance to talk to some of you about what occupies your thoughts. So I've tried to distill all of that into something worth spending roughly 10 minutes of your life listening to. So 15 years ago, I sat on this very stage heading to Edinburgh to study mechanical engineering. Why engineering? Honestly, because my mom said so. I know, but her reasoning was solid. I did well in STEM subjects, engineering would give me flexibility to work anywhere in the world, and I could solve real problems while keeping my options open. So it seemed like a smart foundation, even if I had no idea where it would lead. Because here's what I realized. Life is an experiment, and the most interesting experiments aren't about following a plan. They're about being curious enough to test, learn, and to adapt. So while I wish I could instill you with millions of nuggets of wisdom, here are 3 things I've learned that I hope will serve you in your own experiment. The first is, don't be afraid to prototype your life. In product development, we prototype to learn. We build something, test it, learn what works, and more importantly, learn what doesn't. And life works the same way. In 2014, my degree had a focus on renewable energy, and genuinely at that time, that's what I thought I'd spend the rest of my career working with. But then I got to do the opportunity to do a placement in Formula One. And my first thought was, fast cars burning fuel for entertainment? That's not really what I care about. But I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I applied the same logic that I use in product development. Is this a one-way door or a two-way door? One-way doors are decisions that can't be reversed. These need thoughtful and careful consideration. But most decisions, if you think about it, are two-way doors. You can walk through, and if it's not right, you can walk back. It might take a little effort, but it's never irreversible. So Formula One felt like a two-way door. So I walked through it and it changed everything. Working with the most advanced engineering in the world under intense pressure with brilliant people, it taught me things I could never have planned to learn. And it opened doors I didn't even know existed. But after 6 months, I realized I wanted to keep prototyping. What other things could I do with my career? And that mindset took me to Jaguar Land Rover, where I spent 5 years learning about automotive development. Eventually, the pull to move back to Norway brought me to Aqua Group. But 9 months in project management within the fishing industry also taught me something valuable. It wasn't for me. So I walked back through the door and on to the next experiment. Each move was and still is a prototype, a test of what I like, what I'm good at, what fits. Some experiments work better than others, but each one teaches me something. Life isn't a finished product. It's a series of prototypes. The most valuable insights come from the experiments you never planned to run. So don't be afraid to test new ideas. Don't overthink decisions that are reversible. Just make them good enough to learn from. So walk through the doors that call you and see what's on the other side. The second thing, and it's a nugget that's already been shared, is to choose the people who shape you. There's a saying that you are the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. I'm not sure that's scientifically proven, but I've found it to be emotionally true. After Aqua, I chose my next move based entirely on people. I joined Easy because of the incredible team they built. Brilliant engineers, visionary leaders, and people who genuinely cared about changing the world through technology. And for 2 years, it was everything I dreamed of. Then a major crisis hit the company, and many of the people I'd followed there started leaving, and the leadership changed. Suddenly, the environment that had drawn me in was disappearing. When it came time to launch a new product I'd been leading, I discovered through colleagues that the new CEO had said that I wasn't the right choice to represent the product publicly. Not because of my work, but because I didn't look trustworthy enough as an engineer. They needed someone older, someone more textbook, in short, a man. And I was furious. But what struck me most was the reaction of my remaining colleagues. They fought for me and helped me remember my own value. The people around you become mirrors. They reflect back who you are even when you can't see it yourself. I've learned this lesson in the darkest moment of my life too. Times when I questioned everything about myself, my choices, my worth, my will to live. In those moments, the people I've chosen to surround myself with have been my anchor. They've reminded me that if these incredible people choose to be in my life, I must be doing something right. So I confronted the CEO about his outdated views, and a month later, I quit. Not because I had somewhere else to go, but because I realized that the people who inspired me to join Easy were no longer there. And I chose not to be shaped by people who couldn't see my worth. The people you choose to surround yourself with will either help you grow or will hold you back. So pick people who inspire you, who pick up the phone at 3 a.m. when you're having a breakdown, who make you laugh till you can't breathe, who aren't afraid to challenge you and ask you tough questions, and who make you feel like you can be your genuine, true, perfectly flawed self. And in turn, try to be that person for others. And remember, in your career, some of the most important decisions you'll make won't be about what company you work for, but who your leader is, who your team is, and who your support system is. You won't always get to choose who enters your life, but you do get to choose who stays. Use that power wisely. And the last thing is to stay curious, even when it's uncomfortable. Assumptions thrive in what we don't understand, and curiosity is the antidote. I learned this lesson when I had to confront my own biases about an entire industry. For years, I had a firm stance. I would never work with anything related to oil and gas. I saw the industry as something harmful, something to avoid entirely. But after leaving Easy, when an opportunity came up with eDrilling, a company creating software for drilling, I faced a choice. I could walk away based on my preconceptions, or I could get curious. What if I was wrong? What if there was ways to improve things from the inside? Maybe curiosity could lead to solutions I hadn't considered, or that the technology could be applied to solve other problems I cared about. The decision to stay curious rather than dismissive has given me the opportunity to become CEO, to change both brand and strategy of a company, to build AI-powered engineers, tools that augment human capability. Getting curious about oil and gas taught me to get curious about AI too. Instead of worrying about what technology might do wrong, I focus on how to build it right. AI is changing the technology landscape, whether you like it or not. And I can only encourage you to be curious about how you can use it to your advantage and what good it can do for the world. People will always find ways to use technology for malicious intent, so counteract this by outnumbering them with the ways you use it to improve the world. And this principle extends far beyond technology or industries. If you want to change anything in this world, you need to first understand what drives it. That means being curious about one of the most challenging subjects of all, people who see things completely differently than you do. Be curious about the viewpoints that make you uncomfortable or disagree with. Ask questions, real questions, not ones designed to prove that you're right, but ones designed to help you understand. These conversations won't always change your mind, but they will teach you something about their perspective, about your own blind spots, about how to communicate better. And then you will also understand better how to make an impact. The moment you stop being curious about people and the ideas that challenge you is the moment you stop growing. So prototype your life, choose your people, and stay curious. Don't be afraid to experiment with two-way doors. Surround yourself with people who see your value and reflect it back to you, and never stop asking questions. But above all that, have fun with it. Now my time is up, and I'm not sure if I've been successful in saying anything that you'll remember, but I'm certain that you'll remember the impact this school and these people have had on you, and the foundation that you've built here will serve you well. I guarantee it. And if you do remember any of this in 15 years, let me know, and let me know how your life experiment is going. Congratulations again, class of 2025.
Caroline, thank you for taking the time to share such inspiring words with the class of 2025. It's always special for our students to have the opportunity to learn from our alumni, and we very much appreciate your contribution this evening. We now get to the part that has brought us all here, the awarding of the ISS High School Diplomas. Our high school social studies teacher, Mr. Hans Christian Ness, will be reading out the names of each graduate. Cheryl Hickman, our high school coordinator, and Mr. Thomas Howard, one of our high school mathematics teachers, will be reading a brief comment from each student. The director of ISS, Mr. Nicholas Bishop, will be congratulating each student on receiving their diploma. When called by name, the individual student will proceed to the front of the stage. Students, when you collect your diploma, please savor the moment. Do not rush off before your picture has been taken and your family and friends have a chance to appreciate the moment. I now call on Ms. Hickman, Mr. Howard, Mr. Ness, and Mr. Bishop. Would the first row of students please stand?
Isabel Idunu Oliver, Årdalsbakke.
Idunu would like to thank her teachers and friends for making ISS her second home for so many years. She is truly grateful for the opportunity to have loved and to have felt loved by so many. She would like to give a special thank you to her family, to Mama and Papa, thank you for your endless love and guidance. To Dara, thank you for being both my older sister and my oldest friend. I'm so grateful to have you in my life.
Daoud Abdul Majid.
Daoud is thankful to his parents for their support throughout the IB. He also wants to thank his siblings, especially his sister, who helped keep him sane when school got stressful.
Zina Al-Kafaji.
Zina would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers for all the encouragement, motivation, and support throughout her school years. Later this year, Zina will attend the University of Nicosia in Cyprus, where she will be studying medicine. She'll always remember the people who made her 6 years in Norway more memorable.
Alan Anoop.
Alan is grateful for the help, advice, and experiences that he's had at ISS. He thanks his parents and teachers for their guidance, wisdom, and time. Alan looks forward to studying engineering in Norway and wishes his peers all the best in their futures.
Orion Askey.
Orion is grateful for all the help his parents gave him and their attitude that motivated him through the IB. He's most grateful for the thoughtful political discussions had at ISS. He's planning on studying geography in Norway to explore the natural earth further.
Olivia Bullen.
Olivia would like to thank her family and friends for giving their support during these tumultuous 2 IBDP years, despite multiple mental breakdowns. Next year, she will be looking forward to studying political science in Washington, D.C., but will always remember her time at ISS. She would like to wish the rest of grade 12 the best of luck in their future endeavors.
Tessa Camargo Daly.
Tessa would like to thank her mom, dad, and sister Joanna for all their love and support through her school journey. She feels incredibly lucky to have such a strong support system. Next year, she is planning to study materials science and engineering in the UK.
Rishikant Chandra Mohan.
Rishi is grateful for the support, relationships, and memories shared at ISS. He wants to thank his family, friends, and teachers for encouragement throughout the years. From unforgettable moments to lifelong friendships, ISS will always hold a special place in his heart. Looking forward, Rishi is excited to study medicine and wishes everyone success in their future.
Micah Kim Cutter.
Micah would like to thank his family, friends, and teachers for supporting him on this wonderful journey. He is excited to start a new chapter of his life at the University of Toronto, majoring in cinema studies and management, seeking to fulfill his ambition of becoming a film producer. He wishes everyone the best in their future endeavors.
Arya Dixit.
Arya is grateful for the experiences and memories she has made at ISS. Next year, she plans to study chemistry at the University of California, Santa Barbara. She wants to thank her family and friends for their support and encouragement throughout her years at school and wishes her classmates nothing but success for their future.
Clara DePaul.
Clara wants to sincerely thank her father for providing her with the opportunity to attend this school and for her brother and sister's support during her 4 years at ISS. She would like to credit her cat Robbie for listening to her problems without judging. Next year, Clara plans on studying criminology and forensic science in Canada.
Robin Gingras.
Robin wants to thank his family, especially both of his parents, for supporting his attendance at ISS. Robin plans to study biopharmaceutical sciences back home in Canada and is interested in acquiring a PhD in pharmacology and cancer drug discovery after his studies.
Anya Govil.
Anya would like to thank her lovely teachers for all their support throughout her years of schooling and her friends for all the happy memories. She would especially like to thank her parents and her sister, Adia, for all the pep talks, hugs, and cups of chai. And although she will miss ISS, she is looking forward to hopefully pursuing a degree in engineering next year.
William Storm Hargreaves.
William is deeply grateful to his teachers for their support and to his friends for the endless, unforgettable memories they've shared over the years. William is thankful for the never-ending love from his parents. He wants to thank his older brother for being with him through all of life's challenges, and lastly, he thanks God for everything.
Frederick Hatcher.
Frederick would like to thank his parents for giving him the chance to attend this school, his friends for supporting him every step of the way, and his teachers for all the lessons and all the help. And finally, thank you to each and every one of you for making my experience at ISS such a wonderful and cherishable experience.
Andrew Hendicott.
Andrew would like to thank the faculty and his friends for lifelong memories from ISS. Andrew has had a fantastic time at ISS with music, sports, and academics, and is looking forward to studying at Columbia University in the city of New York.
Ella Elizabeth Hoax.
Ella wants to thank her friends and family for the laughs and memories, special teachers for pushing her to reach their potential, her dad for his support, optimism, and humor, and her mom for her endless love, who also happens to be the principal, where stealing chocolate from her office was definitely a perk.
Alexander Yankovic.
In absentia.
Eric Jeliscu.
Eric would like to thank his friends for making the 4 years of high school bearable and for always bringing the fun in every situation. He would also like to thank his parents for the love and support throughout his whole life. He couldn't have done it without them. He would also like to thank God for being his constant anchor in the world and grounding him to the importance of life.
Marta Labuda.
Marta would like to thank her family and especially her parents for their unconditional support and for being by her side every step of the way. She would also like to thank her friends who turned every bad day into a good one and made her high school years unforgettable. Marta is looking forward to studying international and European law.
Sophia Lisna.
Sophia is beyond grateful for her 3 unforgettable years at ISS. She would like to sincerely thank all of her teachers, Mr. Bishop, and her loved ones, friends and family, for their constant support and inspiration. Sophia will carry these memories with her as she steps into the next chapter of her life. Thank you for making ISS feel like home.
Marta Manarok.
Marta is grateful to her teachers for their help and guidance, her friends for their kindness and support, and her family, Mama, Papa, Irina, and Lars, for their love and generosity. She will cherish the 10 years of memories she has made at ISS while furthering her studies, and wishes the class of 2025 good luck.
Lindy Mayasari Lökstad.
Lindy plans to take a gap year to work towards a future in anesthesiology. Despite the unwavering challenges, she would like to express her sincerest thanks to her parents, her sister, the friends she has made throughout her short time at ISS, the educators who have relentlessly supported her and encouraged her, and of course, the pre-made microwave meals that never fail to satiate her hunger.
Dan Nguyen.
Dan wants to thank his family, friends, and teachers for making his last 15 years at ISS so special. Next year, he plans to study in Copenhagen and in the future hopes to pursue a career in the music industry.
Morgan Christopher Ovens.
Morgan would like to thank his family for their unwavering support and commitment to providing him with the tools necessary for success. He'd also like to shout out all of his friends for never failing to make him laugh when things got tough, and Milla for always having his back. He plans to study medicine at the University of Nottingham. He's going to miss the kind ISS cafeteria staff.
Timofey Ovsiankin.
Timofey plans to go to university in Norway next year to study economics. He would like to thank his friends and especially his family for the support they have given him during this long and difficult journey. He also wants to thank his parents for giving him the opportunities to learn and to improve himself, to be prepared for the future challenges that come ahead.
Jagmer Ozgul.
Zuru would like to thank her parents and friends for supporting her through her 3.5 years in ISS and making the IB and her overall journey at ISS more bearable. Next year, she is planning to study international and European law at The Hague. She would like to wish all the best to her classmates in the future.
Emilia Painter.
Emilia would like to thank her family for their endless love and support throughout the last 18 years of her life. She would also like to thank her friends for truly making her high school experience memorable. She is going on to University of Arizona to study speech, language, and hearing sciences.
Noah Park Abrahamsen.
Noah would like to thank his parents for all the support they provided and for always believing in him, his friends for always making him laugh, and his teachers for all the preparation and guidance. Special thanks to the Bus 4 dog who made the early mornings just a little better.
Omar Sadek.
Omar would like to thank his friends for making his short time at ISS full of excitement and helping to create memories that will last a lifetime. Omar is eternally thankful for his mother and father for giving him the opportunity to develop in an international community and for helping through all the issues he has faced on his journey. Lastly, he would like to thank his cat, Cleocatra, for all the emotional support.
Trisha Salgarkar.
Trisha thanks her family, friends, and teachers for their unwavering support throughout her ISS journey. A special thanks to her sister, whose presence made even the toughest days easier. As she begins studying medicine in London, she carries meaningful memories with her. She's excited for what's ahead and wishes the class of 2025 all the best.
Stephanie Michelle Sauter.
Stephanie is thankful for her time at ISS and energy drinks for powering her through. She couldn't have done it without the love and support of her whole family, especially from Erica. She is thankful for all her friends, including her twin, Millie Poo. Her next stop is studying psychology in the UK and advocating for mental health and knowing that the future holds endless opportunities.
Paul Skogli.
Paul would like to thank the ISS community and his friends for the support and encouragement they have given him throughout the last 2 years.
Tristan Tendenes.
Tristan would like to thank his friends for the memories, laughs, and good times. He would also like to thank his family for their unwavering support, love, and encouragement. Tristan looks forward to a short break from academics as he plans to spend the next year in the Norwegian military before continuing his studies.
Obalulava Togan.
Lolu is extremely grateful for all the wonderful experiences he has had and would like to thank his friends for making the journey more entertaining, teachers for all they have taught him, and his family for all of their positive support and encouragement along the way. He is especially thankful to God for all the opportunities, and he is looking forward to studying architecture in the United States in the near future.
Santiago Andres Valbuena Maldonado.
Santiago is going to be studying mechanical engineering at Hans University in the Netherlands. He would like to thank his family, girlfriend, friends, and teachers for all the support he has had, not only in the IB, but throughout all of his academic career.
Orhan Valiev.
Orhan is grateful for the support of their friends, family, and teachers throughout their academic journey. Looking ahead, they are excited to explore their creative interests in depth and take their next steps. They look forward to what's to come and wish all their classmates good fortune and success in their future endeavors.
Milla van Dipten.
First, Miller plans on catching up on some much-needed sleep. She hopes to go on to study business, but first she's taking some time to financially recover following her senior trip. She wants to say a special thank you to her family, her secret twin Stephanie, and her boyfriend Morgan for their endless love, support, and unforgettable memories. Although she'll miss them, she's excited to hear everyone's stories when they meet again.
Graduates, please stand. Thank you, Mr. Bishop, Mr. Ness, Mr. Howard, and Miss Hickman. At this point, I would like the graduating class of 2025 to move the tassel on their cap with their left hand from right to left. This practice is a visual indication that the students can now claim title to the diploma he or she has earned. Graduates, you may be seated. The Valedictorian at ISS is awarded to the student with the highest academic standing in the entire graduating class. The Valedictorian offers the closing words of wisdom to their peers as they graduate and head off on the next stage of their lives. This year, I have the pleasure of introducing not one, but two valedictorians for the class of 2025. Our first valedictorian is a student whose quiet determination and consistent excellence have made a strong impression on both his teachers and peers. He has demonstrated exceptional strength across the academic spectrum, But it is in mathematics where he has truly stood out. Over the past 2 years, he's represented ISS with a distinction in Norway's national Abel-konkurransen mathematics competition. Competing against thousands of students from across the country, he qualified for the final round in Trondheim both years, placing among the top 20 each time, and most recently achieving an impressive 7th place nationally. His contributions extend beyond academics. He's been an active participant in ISS's performing arts with several standout vocal performances across school productions, whether singing Marvin Gaye's What's Going On or Bye Bye Love. He brought a steady presence and musicality that helped shape some memorable moments on stage. In addition, he's a competitive athlete, having represented ISS in both cross-country running and track and field events. He also pursues Mandarin Chinese through the Rogaland Chinese School, a demanding language choice that reflects his curiosity and drive. He is thoughtful, independent, and serious about his interests, whether academic, artistic, or athletic. He sets high standards for himself and pursues his goals with quiet focus and integrity. Please join me in congratulating our first valedictorian, Andrew Hendicott. Our second valedictorian is a student who has combined strong academic performance with a deep commitment to community involvement and leadership. She has maintained the highest achievement levels across all her subjects and is known for her organized, proactive approach to learning. But in many ways, her impact has been most visible in the way she has contributed to school life. As president of the Student Council, she brought clarity and direction to the role, helping to lead with structure and a sense of purpose. One teacher remarked, "She holds others accountable, but always in a mature and professional way." She's been an expert communicator, both in and out of her student leadership. She's taken part in middle and high school musical productions during her years at ISS and was also a member of the school basketball team. At this year's end-of-year celebration, she was awarded the Grade 12 Impact Award, given to the student who best exemplifies all 6 of ISS's impacts, including communication, innovation, creative problem solving, relationship building, and global citizenship. She's been a steady, positive influence in the life of the school and leaves behind a record of meaningful contributions. Please join me in recognizing our second valedictorian, Isabel Idunu Ardalsbakke. As they now take to the stage to offer their reflections and closing words on behalf of the graduating class, we thank them both, not only for what they've achieved, but for the example that they've set. Please welcome Andrew and Idunu to the podium.
Good evening to family, friends, teachers, guests, and the class of 2025. Thank you for joining us tonight at this graduation. I'd like to take a moment to congratulate all my classmates on completing high school and on all of the accomplishments leading up to today. But this would never have been possible without the help of so many special people. To the teachers and administrators who've shared their knowledge, encouraged us through busy times, and pushed us to do our best, we're truly grateful. To the families of this graduating class, your support and guidance means a lot, and we thank you. As this school year comes to a close, I've taken time to look back on our time at ISS, the experiences we've had, the people we've met, and everything we've learned that we can take with us as we move forward. What I remember most clearly is the sense of community we created in this grade. Think back to some of our shared memories, like our class trip to Hovden, where some of us went skiing for the first time and we ended up having a great time on the slopes. or the trip to Sandvatn, the long hikes, fishing trips, and peaceful evenings that let us all get closer as a group. These weren't just fun experiences, but they showed us the importance of supporting one another and what it means to be a part of a community. But community isn't just built in the big moments. It grows quietly through the small, everyday ones. Between long readings and problem sets and deadlines, many of us have good memories, learning new concepts and putting our knowledge into practice. We shared ideas to solve math problems, strategized together during history debates, and shared and celebrated our individual research in the extended essay exhibition. And even when we were all busy, we still made time to be together. We spent our free blocks hanging out in the library or playing basketball outside, challenged the limits of how many people a single lunch table could fit, and joined in on evening calls. So all in all, we're a small class, and I think that's one of our strengths. It means every single person has a special place here. And over the years, this place has come to mean a lot to all of us. At the same time, we have to recognize that this is likely the last time we'll all be gathered together on this campus. And for many of us, it'll be a while before we see each other again. But wherever we end up next, I hope we not only find a similar sense of belonging, but also help create it for the people around us like we've done the last few years.
As we say goodbye to our home for the past few years, ready to rediscover ourselves and our passions, remember that life is only what you make of it. Cliché, I know, but very true. I know many of us sit here today on this stage, eager or not, but in either case, at least somewhat ready to explore the future that lies ahead. I know that there are many expectations that we have set for ourselves to become doctors, politicians, or engineers, to solve world peace or create a cure for cancer, or maybe even to create an algorithm that predicts the way that amino acid chains fold into proteins. I know each and every one of us has big dreams for our futures, as we should. But what we should never forget is that life is not about the final dream destination. The only life we get to live is the journey. Again, I know, another cliche. It is so easy to feel as if the only path you can take towards your goals is the one lying right in front of you, neglecting the small alleys you may discover, the pit stops you might take, and the small possible turns you may make. I know these side paths may seem small, scarcely lit, and not on the original itinerary for this big journey of life that we are being thrust into at the ripe age of 18, for some of us, even less. It is so easy to walk in a straight line. It is much more difficult to stray from the path that you have worked so tirelessly to lay brick by brick right in front of you, even if your feet no longer want to move forward in that direction. I can speak for this myself, seeing the little girl version of me who so desperately wanted to be a poet or a writer, replacing her desires for other things she deemed were more worth her time or her future. It is hard to do what you love, to stray from the path, but that is what makes it all the more worth fighting for. My hope is that for each and every one of you, you spend every day of your life doing something that you want to do, even if that means leaving your predetermined route. So never forget to go down the small paths that may seem daunting, but could lead to brightly lit shops of hopes and dreams. These small paths may lead to far greater things than you can even fathom, and you might find yourself looking at an entirely new final destination, one that suits your needs much better. Never forget to rest your aching body at any point during this long journey. Never forget to make the most of every conversation you have along the way, each shared smile, and each subtle movement of your body. Never forget to breathe. And never forget to be eternally grateful that you can breathe. There is no way for you to grab time by the reins and make it bend to your will, to make Helios stop his golden carriage in order for you to micromanage every last minute of your future and every step you may take. Life will go on, no matter what, but only you can decide whether or not you will move along with it, and what you will do with the time that is not promised to you, but has been so graciously given to you. Take the time to enjoy the simple pleasures of this one life that you get to experience. Your predetermined route can wait. Class of 2025, while you navigate this harsh world of possibilities, remember that it is perfectly okay to not know all the answers, to not know the right path, to take a break and allow your body to rest. It is okay if you want to be a poet, if that is what you truly desire. It is okay to take a moment to breathe. I wish you all the best of luck in your journeys, however far they may take you, and I'm forever grateful for the time that we shared. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew and Idunu, for your heartfelt reflections. Andrew, your words beautifully capture the strength that comes from shared experience, the laughter, the memories, and the quiet daily moments that shaped the community you built together. Your gratitude and recognition of what this class creates speaks to the depths of those connections. Idunu, your reflections offered a powerful reminder that life is not simply a destination to reach, but a journey to be lived with courage and intention. You encouraged your classmates to trust themselves, to embrace uncertainty, and to follow the paths that call to them, even when they diverge from what they once expected. Class of 2025, may you carry these reminders with you of the value of community, the beauty in small detours, and the strength found in pausing for breath. Thank you both. That leaves us with only one thing to do. Graduates, if you could please stand. Ladies and gentlemen in the audience and wherever you are around the world, I give you the class of 2025.